Hey everybody, it's Ray's Readings and Oyuk. We are back again with another extended reading for everybody. It's just the public extended reading for everybody. I apologize, guys. It is Mercury retrograde, Venus in retrograde, and Uranus in retrograde, so I am so frazzled and all over the place. But anyways, guys, before we get started with any of the cards, I'll just give you all a very quick explanation on my buddy here. So this is Oyuk. He is handmade by me. He was an idea that was channeled to me last year in 2020 through Spirit. They let me know that this little fluffy teal friend wanted to come through and be manifested into the physical so that he could be here to support me on a so that he could be here to encourage me to be able to speak my truth, as well as to support me on a mental, emotional, spiritual, physical level. So he is basically like a spirit guide channeled into this physical form. If you would like more information on him other than this quick little explanation, I do have more videos out there that you guys can check out. There's one on my Instagram that's free for everybody to watch called Explaining My Fluffy Friends. Just look for the thumbnail. That's me, Oyuk, and another fluffy friend I made named Chia. And then I do have about 4 or 5 videos currently on my Patreon page. There's a link for that below if you would like to check that out, where I explain Oyuk and the Fluffy Friends in more depth, more detail, a little bit more of what they are and the process of making them and all of that good stuff. So if you'd like to check that out, join my Patreon. Whatever tier price point you choose, you will have full access to everything that I post over there. Alright guys, so before we get into any of the cards, let's start off with the singing bowl and join in together with some energetic clearing and healing and cleaning and all that good stuff. I really apologize, guys. I'm just all over the place today. What was that? What is going on? Okay, let's try that again. Alright, I hope you are all doing well out there. I hope you're about half as frazzled as I am today. I hope you're all staying safe and staying in love as much as possible, staying away from fear as much as you possibly can as well. Let me just adjust. Again, guys, I'm sorry. I'm a bit of a mess today. And I meant to record far earlier, and then it was like I blinked and it was like, oh, it's pretty much midnight, so it's the next day. Yay. Anyways, so I'll give you all a very quick gist on part 1 that I just recorded over on my Instagram. There's a link for that below. Please go check that out. Watch that before sitting through this one if you haven't already. So first off, we have the Knight of Swords upright coming out. Then we have the Four of Pentacles. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So to me, this was a situation here where it was like Spirit put a little test along your path, essentially, and you kind of flunked it a little bit. And I'm not shaming you for that, because it's okay, we all have that happen. So it was like you rushed ahead in a mentality of fear and desperation and scarcity, and you kind of tripped over your own feet, where you picked the fruit before it was ripe, and now you're in a position where you're feeling pretty scarce. You're feeling like, oh shit, feeling like you don't have enough, because it was like you were in a position where it was like something around you, some kind of resource, was depleting pretty quickly. And oh my goodness, instead of sitting back and being able to trust Spirit and trust the universe and know that they were going to deliver right in the time that you needed it and not leave you hanging, you kind of just rushed ahead out of anxiety and desperation, and you tried to make things happen for yourself, which is okay, but that was not what was needed in the situation. So you kind of put yourself in a weird position of, it's like you rushed ahead to try to fix, it's like you try to put a band-aid on the issue, and it was a temporary fix, but now like you're paying for it more so in the long run. And again, I'm not saying that in a super negative way. I don't think it's a very big, detrimental, life-threatening thing. I don't think you're literally starving, but take what resonates for your situation. I really, really apologize, guys. My brain is having a struggle. I am kind of all over the place, if you couldn't tell. Let me just fix some things here so I can better do this. I'm so sorry, guys. This might be a bit of a bumpy ride, but we're going to get through it together. So let's get some more tarot cards. This is, oh my goodness, what is going on? This is the Shadowscapes Tarot. It's my very first deck. Very lovely. I appreciate it a lot. So let's see what else is going on here. See maybe a little bit more clearly on what this thing is, this resource, this whatever it may be that you felt like you were lacking and gonna run out of, so you had to rush to get it before it was gone kind of thing. And I don't know, Spirit had your back either way. All right, so we have the Six of Pentacles coming out, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So it was probably money that we're talking about here. Something, or not necessarily money, but it was a physical thing. I was definitely getting that vibe of something in the material, probably something of value here. So it might have been money. So maybe you... Okay, so I'm getting a very specific situation here. So maybe you felt like you were going to run out of money. Maybe it was like, okay, the situation I'm getting is like, you needed to like pay rent or like pay somebody back and you had a deadline and you felt like you were very quickly running out of money and that you were not going to be able to come up with that money in time. So it was like you went out and you sold something that was very precious to you, that was worth a lot to you and worth a lot financially as well. But it's like you didn't get back as much as you should have for selling this item. And then pretty soon after you did this, the money that you would have needed to pay rent or pay this person back or whatever it might have been came through right after. So then you were like, shit. In this hindsight, you were like, okay, I really did not need to do that. The universe had my back the whole time, but I rushed ahead. And I did the thing anyways, and now I regret it because I could have had my cool thing, whatever it was. I'm getting it might have been like an instrument or something, like an electric guitar is what I'm getting, or like an old antique kind of thing. And it's like, well, there was only one of those and you're never gonna get that back, but there's always more money to come, right? Yeah, so now we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So again, this is something very materialistic, something very in the physical world. Also, guys, I apologize about my nails. 2 of them fell off and then I had to cut them down because they were just so long. I didn't want to risk breaking one off and like losing an actual fingernail. So I apologize. Again, I'm just a bit of a mess all around, but that's okay. I look cute. Anyways, what is going on? What is the energy, guys? I'm so sorry. But with the Three of Pentacles coming out, what I'm getting is that, you know, the Three of Pentacles to me is all about teamwork and collaboration. So this, your whole life journey and this whole situation is about being able to collaborate and work well with Spirit. And with this being in reverse, and again, what I was talking about, I'm sorry, my nose is just itchy. Like, I'm not picking it, I swear. It's just very itchy. But what I'm getting is, oh goodness. This energy is like, yes, the situation, your life journey is a collaboration with Spirit, right? And, oh my God, can I just get the message out? So it was like, yeah, they were trying to get you to work with them, collaborate with them, see, you know, they were testing you to see if you could lean back and put your faith in them and trust that they were going to come through with exactly what you needed when you needed it. And because you know, this time through this little test that they put in your path, you didn't just sit back and allow yourself to receive and put all your faith and trust in the universe. You kind of were very distrustful of them and the outcome. So you went out and you did things for yourself to try to make it happen out of, you know, anxiety and desperation. So this Three of Pentacles in reverse is just saying, you know, you weren't, through these actions, you weren't working well and collaborating well with Spirit by trusting them and allowing them to bring, you know, this financial balance and abundance and flow into your life, as well as this new beginning, you know, again, a new sum of money or something. So it was like you ended up feeling like you lost more than you gained, whereas if you just sat back and you're like, okay, like I'm trusting you, universe, like you and me, let's fucking do this, they would have come through. And, you know, if you just were patient, you would have been able to look back and be like, okay, that was good. I thought I wasn't okay for a second, but I was okay, you know. Like, that's the vibe I'm getting. Again, guys, I really apologize. The energy is just so messed up right now, so I apologize if it's not coming out very clearly. and I'm just struggling with my words. So we now have the Lovers coming out. So I'm getting a very specific message that this is the year that, like, this is done. Like, we're putting a rest to this shit, this nonsense I'm hearing of not trusting in the universe. This Lovers card is very, very significant, considering I believe it has to do with Jupiter, but we're in year number 6. So last year was year number 5. It's okay. So I have a more broad understanding of this now, or a little bit more of a clearer understanding. I've been talking about this in the past couple readings that I've done about the number of the year. So it's the numerology year number 6. It's because the 3 2s in 2022 adds up to 6, whereas 2021 added up to 5. So last year was year number 5, the year of the Hierophant. This year is year number 6, the year of the Lovers. And we have that Lovers card here, which is very, very significant. So it's like this year is the end of many things. This is the end of not trusting in spirit and having faith in them, that they have your back. This is the end of feeling scarcity and not abundant and not like you don't have enough. I'm just seeing 11:11 there on the clock as a confirmation. So this year to me is all about, we have the Six of Pentacles, the Lovers. Just year number 6. I'm sorry, guys. Oh my goodness. So it's just like, it's the end of feeling non-abundant. Like, this is the year that the things that you've been working on and putting your time into and energy into, it's going to pay off. This is the year of your love life and love situation working out for you. All of those good things that you need and have been wanting and seeking are going to finally come around and start working out for you. This is the year of things really being put into order and back into balance. Last year, that number 5, the year number 5, and that number 5 in numerology is a very strong number for change and transformation. So there was a lot of change, a lot of transformation. This to me is more of the year of order, things being put back into place and rebuilt anew and better. So it was like we had the big upheaval in 2019, 2020, 21. That was the year of change and stirring things up. And this is the year that we're starting to put the pieces back together in the way that they need to be. And I was seeing 1212 on the little timer there while I was saying that. And 1212 to me, or 12 as a number itself, is very much a number about justice, order, things being in place. And again, 12 is, that breaks down into 6. If you have 12, that breaks down into 6. So, very, very significant here, guys, of change and order happening here. So it's like this year is like, you're going to have these little tests coming through. And actually, all of these retrogrades that we have right now, Venus, Mercury, and Uranus, all of those retrogrades are really here. It's all happening in the beginning of the year right now, right? And all of these things are coming up to bring up the old things from the surface out of the mud that we haven't even realized are there, that we've forgotten are there, we bypass and we push down. It's bringing those things up for like one final hurrah so that we can learn to deal with them, finally move through them, and do away with them, right? So whatever you're having coming up right now is so that you can hopefully work on it, move through it, and then move on and be better off after that process, after learning about those things, right? So I hope that you can watch this and gain that awareness so that you're not completely confused and running around not knowing what's going on. So now you can be aware that when you have certain things coming back up in your life where you're like, hey, I thought I was done dealing with this, there's a reason they're coming up. And it's so that you can deal with them, finally move through them, finally heal them, and close off those cycles so that you can move through the rest of the year. And we have plenty of months worth of the rest of the year where you're not experiencing those same old things coming up anymore, and we can have more room for new things to come through. And again, with this Lovers card coming out, this could very well potentially mean new love, new romance, things of that nature. Like you cannot deny that it has a little bit to do with that, the Lovers. It doesn't always have to necessarily mean that. Take what resonates. If that's not something you're interested in and you are completely closed off to that, then that's fine. It doesn't necessarily have to be. But if that's something that you're open to, the Lovers card is here saying that that is a possibility for you in this year. That is a very big theme of this year as well, is again that Lovers energy coming through, is that lots of new relationships are going to be forming, lots of old relationships are going to be rekindled, things like that. All right, so then we have the Strength card coming through. So within the context of all this reading, to me this is talking about kind of what I was saying with that Lovers card, and not necessarily most of the message here about having this little trial, this little test, and then not necessarily passing it. Okay, you never fail at anything. It's all a learning experience. So do not shame yourself for any missteps or any things that you can look back on with hindsight and wish that you did differently. Hindsight, it's amazing. When we have that, we feel like we're on top of everything, we know everything, but we can't always know in the moment. All right, so with the Strength card, to me, this is just saying be strong, keep that strength within you for whatever comes up with these retrogrades that are happening right now. I believe they will be ending in February. Most of them anyways. I believe Mercury retrograde ends in February. Venus retrograde ends late January. It's like January 29th. So around February, I believe these things should be wrapping up. I'm not sure how long the Uranus retrograde is going to be lasting for, but either way, the message here with the Strength card is stay strong during these times, during these retrogrades, whenever you're having and whatever you're having coming up during these times, is just know that it's all part of the process. It's all part of the plan. You have to look at it, face it, and work through it so that you can move on for good and open yourself up for completely new and better possibilities. I'm also getting the 6 is the number and the year for great success. 6, you have the 6 of Wands. That is the victory card, the success card. So just know that all of these things are eminent and available for you. So it's like this situation that is coming up is one of those tests, one of those little things that is going to come up for you or has come up for you during this retrograde period, so that you can finally learn and move through it. And if you're here watching this reading and you're resonating with it, I hope that it will give you the insight, the clarity to be able to see the pattern and go, oh, okay, I recognize, identify that this thing has come up for me. And now you will know and have the awareness that, okay, if this comes up again, you know what to do. All right. So, basically the answer is don't act out of a space of anxiety and fear and a lack mentality and desperation and feeling like you got to rush into things and all of that good stuff. All right. So then we have Temperance showing up here again. It was on the bottom of the deck in part 1 of this reading over on Instagram. I'm sorry, I'm having such a hard time speaking today, guys. I've said that a lot in this reading, but I apologize. So we have balance coming through here. Again, we have that blending of the divine masculine and the divine feminine energies, or the masculine and the feminine. I was mentioning that as well in part 1 of this reading of, it's good to know how to be and act out of your masculine energy, where you are able to go forward and act and get things done and do things that you need to do for yourself. But it's also very important to balance things out and to allow yourself to sit back and receive as well. All right, it's all about balance. That's exactly what that Temperance card is all about right there. All right, and then we have the 4 of Swords in reverse. So to me, very, very, very clearly, this is just saying you were being called to step back and to rest and to meditate on things and to allow the universe to handle it. And unfortunately, you didn't quite do that this time. That's okay. Again, I am not shaming you. The universe is not shaming you. Nobody's mad at you or disappointed in you. So please do not shame yourself or beat yourself up for that. It's all part of the process. It is all it's all part of learning, right? If you don't fuck up and trip a couple times, how are you going to know that ooh, that sucks to do? I kind of don't like scraping my knees, I'm sorry. I really hope that you understand these readings and how I say things, because I do speak very metaphorically in a lot of symbolism, hypothetical kind of situations. All right, yeah, perfect. So we have the 3 of Cups, which is, to me, is all about joy and celebration. So interesting, we do have a 3 and a 3 here. So it's like the collaboration wasn't quite there with that 3. But to me, this 3 of Cups is saying, but you know what though? Like, the relationship you have with spirit is growing and heightening and becoming stronger because of the situation. So just because the collaboration needs a little bit of work doesn't mean it's all bad and it's all negative, because you are learning a lot more about yourself. You're learning how to laugh and take joy even in the missteps. You know, it's like spirit is there right behind you, backing you up, patting you on the back, and saying, you know what, it's okay, you'll get it one day, you'll figure it out. And you know, you're able to laugh along with them. It's like you can laugh like at the situation now and not feel like you're being laughed at. You know, you can just look back and be like, oh, that was kind of silly of me, I shouldn't have done that, but it's all okay. So that's just what I'm getting from that card, is your relationship with the universe, and the masculine energy and the feminine energy is really heightening, becoming more intimate in a way. Don't take that out of context and think like, oh, it's becoming sexual. Like, no, just more closer, more bonded. You're learning how to have a better teamwork, collaborative system between you and the universe and what happens around you in your life. All right. And then we do have the 2 of Pentacles here again, really just highlighting that balance. And again, we do have a lot of talk of things in the physical realm here. So you may be having a lot coming up here in your physical space, your physical reality. That's what I meant, your physical reality. As far as, you know, finances, your material possessions, things of value, you know, people in your life, different relationships, different situations, could even be work situations, financial opportunities, things like that. Things are going to come up to be dealt with. I'm also very drawn to the little triangle on this guy's chest here in this card. So again, we do have that 3 coming through. I'm seeing 32, 23. So those could be, I associate them with divine masculine and divine feminine numbers as well. Yeah, but balance, it's funny. There's a triangle on this guy's chest, and then he actually has 2 triangles on his feet. So there's another 3 coming through. So you have a 333 popping up. Actually, 3333, 4 threes. So definitely look up angel number 3333 if you're curious about it. But yeah, things are coming together. All right, it is all connected, all intertwined. Things are coming full circle. Yeah, there's just something about that triangle. Maybe I'm getting, look up the significance and the spiritual significance or symbolism of triangles. Again, the triangle can mean, you know, there's something going on, like you and possibly somebody else and your connection to spirit, and that is all working together. So it could be you, your divine counterpart, if you resonate with that, you believe that you have one, and then spirit and that whole connection coming together. All right, guys, I think I'm going to leave it there for this reading. There's definitely a lot to be said about these energies, but I'm just going to leave that to you to decipher and look into. Spirit is really just saying, like, this is on you, the viewer, if you resonate with this, to dig and investigate and do that a little bit more for yourself. But yeah, the energy is also just freaking crazy, so I'm going to try to keep a little shorter. All right, guys. So I will be hopping over to my Patreon page to do the extended reading, the extended reading, where I pull the oracle cards and possibly some charms for this reading. I'm going to try to keep that a little bit shorter too. I do also offer personal readings. They're right now $40 Canadian per 1 hour worth of reading, but I will go a little bit over if I need to get all of the messages out. So if you feel called to me as a reader, you think I could help you out, provide some assistance, answer some questions you might have, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. You can reach me on Instagram. You can send me a DM and let me know that this is a reading inquiry, so you're not just saying hi and I'm thinking that you're just a random person. You can message me on Facebook Messenger. Again, please let me know it's a reading inquiry, or you can email me at raisereadings@gmail.com. All right, guys. So I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope I got everything out that I needed to say. I apologize that the energy was so weird and stuck up and kind of hard to talk, but I hope that the messages got through to you. Okay, guys? So have a wonderful rest of your day, night, whenever you're getting here is when it's meant for you. And my buddy Oyuk and I will see you all real soon. All right, goodbye, guys.